Ladies and gentlemen, tournament season continues here on the Wrestling Rundown, specifically the indie news. We're going to be having a video in a couple of days where Kevin Hawk is returning from Easton, Pennsylvania to let us know what happened at the 3 nights of King of Trios, but we got more tournaments to talk about in our upcoming shows. But first, we have results. We have the doubleheader from AAW starting on Thursday in Chicago for Destination Chicago. We had Eddie Kingston and David Starr defeat the Besties to become the new AAW Tag Team Champions. Paco defeated Steppenwolf. DJZ won a three-way match against Laredo Kid and Myron Reed. We had Ace Romero didn't win. Trevor Lee defeated Ace Romero. Potentially, I don't know if that was a Heritage Championship match or not. If you know, let me know down below. We had Kurt Stallion and Jake Something defeat Ohio is for Killers. Then we had Brody King and Brody King and Jimmy Jacobs defeat Jessica Havoc and Sami Callihan. We had MJF defeat Colt Cabana. We had ACH retain the AAW Championship against Jeff Cobb. And then in the main event, we had the Lucha Bros defeat Bandito and Flamita. Then on Friday the 31st, we had AAW's Defining Moment, where we had Jake Sullivan and Kurt Stallion defeat Ace Romero and Colt Cabana. Shane Strickland defeated Darby Allin. Ohio's for Killers defeated Ace Austin and Brian Cage. AR Fox and Myron Reed defeated Flamita and Bandito. MJF defeated Marco Stunt. Sami Callihan defeated Jimmy Jacobs. Eddie Kingston and Jeff Cobb. Wait. Oh, they're a group. So instead of David Starr, it was Jeff Cobb defending the titles. Okay, I get it now. They retained the tag titles in a rematch against the Besties. And then in the main event, Brody King became the new AAW champion by defeating ACH. So congratulations to Mr. Brody King. Surprising, I didn't expect him to be the guy they go to for the championship, but hey, maybe he's doing big things. And then finally, our last result is going to be Ring of Honor TV from this week, where we had Sumi Sakai defeat Madison Rain to retain the Women of Honor Championship. Shane Taylor defeated Josh Woods. Very interesting situation where Josh Woods has felt like Shane Taylor's been cheating and like there's something about the punch. He ended up pulling one of the MMA gloves off of Shane Taylor, finding it weighted. Unfortunately, he was distracted by the referee saying that the referee I'll end the match. He goes, "No, I can beat him. And it was enough of a distraction to allow Shane Taylor to still pick up the win. Charles Zanders and Marcus Cross were having a top prospect tournament match until Jeff Cobb came out and destroyed them both again. And then Eli Isom came out and said, "Hey, you attacked me last time, I'm going to fight you." And then he also got destroyed by Jeff Cobb. So I feel like this year's top prospect winner is going to be Jeff Cobb because he's just going to ruin everybody else that's in the tournament. Things could change. And then in the main event, the Best Friends defeated Silas Young and Bully Ray. Bully Ray actually leaving Silas Young to face the Best Friends by himself, saying that he needed to learn a lesson. He's still mad after he lost to Flip Gordon last week. So, yeah, Bully has interesting teaching methods. But most importantly, next week, we have the 30-minute Iron Man match for the ROH Championship. Jay Lethal defending against Jonathan Gresham. That's going to be fantastic. We have one quick news story which actually goes back to our AAW show, because during a match during I'm assuming the tag team match, Sami Callihan and Jimmy Jacobs are fighting. They're doing something where Sami Callihan starts stacking like plastic chairs on top of Jimmy Jacobs, and apparently over the microphone, like the people who own the building were telling him, "Please don't do that." And then like security tried to stop him, and then he thought it was part of the show, and so he starts like yelling and shoving the security guard, and they threaten to say, "Hey, we have guns. If you don't stop, we're gonna shoot you." And it was a big situation. They ended up, took a little steam out of the crowd, but they kept the show going for everybody. There were reports that Sami Callihan got removed from the building. He said that they didn't. So it's a big situation. At least it was a big situation. Everything's sort of been settled since then. But yeah, apparently plastic chairs don't use those. But if you're Sami Callihan doesn't give a shit. So he's just going to use whatever the hell he wants. That is it for news. It's time for upcoming shows. We have a few of them. Our first one, the only one that's on Friday, September 7th. It is coming to us from Joppa, Maryland. It is Evolve 112. And this is a big deal for Evolve. I'm sure most of you already heard over the last couple days. It has been announced. We'll talk about the main event that won't be on the DVD or anything like that. We'll talk about that in a second. But we have a Shine 4-way freestyle between Priscilla Kelly, Kira Hogan, Dementia DeRose, and Aja Pereira. We have one half of the tag team champions, Jaka, taking on Trey Miguel. We have a grudge match between the other tag team champion, Chris Dickinson, taking on Josh Briggs. And then Joey Janela will defend the WWN Championship against AR Fox. But the main event that everyone's going to be talking about is Velveteen Dream versus Austin Theory. Now, this is not the last time we will see the Velveteen Dream. We'll talk about that in a second. But we also have, on Saturday the 8th, we have Shine from Woodside, New York, where we're going to have the tournament to determine the new Shine champion. I'll talk about that in a second, but we also have tag team championships are on the line. Twisted Sisters are defending against Kira Hogan and Dementia DeRose. But the tournament matches, the first round, we have Candy Cartwright versus Evilise, Mercedes Martinez versus Stormy Lee, Santana versus Priscilla Kelly, and Brandy Lauren versus Allison Kay. And then, of course, we will have the semifinals and finals. So next week, we will find out who the brand new Shine champion is. Also on the 8th, we have CZW's Down with the Sickness, live from Voorhees, New Jersey, where we have couple of matches here. We have a CZW tag team match. The Rep are actually going to be defending against Blackout. That's Blackout's mainstay CZW. They've been around for a while. Black G's is actually one of Kevin Hawk's favorite guys, so very interested to see how that goes and whether or not this is a big comeback for Blackout. We have a Chris Cash ladder match for a future CZW championship match. We have John Silva versus Alex Reynolds. We have the opportunity for an opportunity tournament involving Mance Warner, Connor Claxton, Ricky Shane Page, and Joe Gacy. And it looks like that is about it for that show. So yeah, we're actually going to get Mance Warner versus Connor Claxton, and we'll get Ricky Shane Page versus Joe Gacy. The winners of those two matches will face each other, and it's some sort of like future championship match or something along those lines. We've talked about it once before. And then on September 8th, also another AAW show. AAW is just pounding these shows out. It's ridiculous. But we have Seize the Day. This is going to be from LaSalle, Illinois. No matches announced so far, but I mean, they just had a doubleheader. They have a doubleheader this week, and now this is their 5th show in 3 weeks. That's pretty impressive. And then finally, we have from Woodside, New York, the same place as Shine. Looks like we're going to be having a doubleheader that day in Woodside, New York, but it is Evolve 113, where we have matches like Joey Janela versus Trey Miguel. We have a teacher versus student grudge match, AR Fox versus Austin Theory. The Evolve Tag Team Championships are on the line. Jaka and Chris Dickinson defending against the Skulk. The Evolve Championship is on the line. Shane Strickland versus Tracy Williams. And once again, the Velveteen Dream shows up, and he will take on Darby Allin. Very excited to see that one. That's been a big talk about Darby Allin here in the Pacific Northwest. Darby Allin has become quite the favorite here. Kevin Hawk has worked with him before. So good luck, Darby Allin. Be interesting to see what happens with the Velveteen Dream. But that is it for the indie news this week. As I said, we'll have a video coming up soon to talk about King of Trios. You can go back and check out my review of All In, and that will be a big heaping help of the indie news this week. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Click all those links down below. The most important links this time, if you want full cards of all those shows I just got done talking about, if you want news on all of these promotions we talk about, click those links above ours, where you can go to ROHWrestling.com, WWNLive.com, BeyondWrestlingOnline.com, and many more, and get all the information you want about all of your favorite promotions. We also want to add to that list, so based on your suggestions, use our social media links. Send us links to your favorite and or local promotion, whether it's their YouTube page, their Facebook, their website, whatever they've got. We want a little bit of what they got going on. We need their upcoming shows, and please, within 24 hours, the results of said shows, because if we like what they've got going on, we will not only continue to talk about them on a regular basis, but we'll give you a shout out for bringing them to our attention. We also want to check out our podcast, where you get this review and all of our regular reviews in podcast form. And we want you to check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans. It's reasonable with a W, like wrestling, where we have The List with Kevin Hawk. There's a brand new episode out right now. There is Question of the Week with Thomas Wolfe. We got some other videos that we're looking to post very, very soon. Let us know what types of things you'd like to see over there and over here as well. But every single month we do have an unboxing video where we unbox Pro Wrestling Crate from Pro Wrestling Tees, where we get cool shirts like this villain t-shirt and all these cool little micro brawlers. Also, you can check out, we have our brand new Funko Pops of Cody, Kenny, and the Bucks. Very cool. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.